This is a Podco original.
You girls are going water skiing.
I must ask Christy if there were sharks in it for like 100 times.
Are there sharks in the water? Don't let the sharks eat me!
What did you think about when we actually went fast?
I was exhilarating. I actually started thinking, is this as fast as we can go? Christy, on the other hand, is like, don't be such a we're gonna be fine. Get on the thing. She gets on and is absolutely terrified.
I'm getting a little nervous. I'm the one that's more nervous than you.
I was airborne for at least a second. You know what's so awesome is our sweaters.
Yes! Mine matches the Podco sign so well, and yours is very in season because football's back, baby!
I am so mask right now.
Yeah.
I'm generally mask when it comes to our dynamic, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, Christy's always the man. We were just saying
I don't know. It's because I'm tall, you said.
Yes, she's always the man. We were talking about this dance video we did, and I was like, should we stagger? Should we stagger? And of course, really what I meant was, should I be in front? And I just moseyed onto the front. I pushed Christy back.
I looked shorter, and then I did. Yeah, no, it was fine.
No, but I do think about you in that.
I'm not petty. I'm really
She must always be, kicked to the back because she's so tall. I thought she must always have to play the boy and be kicked to the back, poor thing.
Yes, but I do love my little fit. And do you know where this is from, honey? Do you know?
No.
You really don't?
No.
Think hard. Where did I get this from?
Oh, I've seen it before?
I got
the last
this
time we were here.
Sweatshirt.
Oh, wait, Buc-ee's. At Buc-ee's. Oh, my gosh. You got that at Buc-ee's.
I got this at Buc-ee's when we went to Buc-ee's.
I got it at Buc-ee's.
I like referencing other episodes so that you guys go and watch them on our YouTube.
Yes. And also, we're wearing a fabulous outfit in that. Those red tops. Holy hell, boobies.
Oh, my God. That's right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so this was my Buc-ee's original football random. I'm going to be like Hannah Berner and just like wear random clothing with different athletic things.
Christy said that to me. She said, I'm so the Hannah Berner of this relationship.
I mean, I literally look like, we are told that we look like sisters all the time. And I love it for us. I love her.
I love her too. I love her. I like where she's going. I feel like Paige maybe was like, hey babe, let's just do a fashion show at Target. Just kidding. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Paige
she doesn't think about, I don't think she sees herself as a fashionista. And so if she's hanging with Paige, I'm sure.
And I like her new red hair. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
We want to talk about our fabulous day.
I'm so happy this worked out for us.
Me too.
We went tubing.
We went tubing. Explain what tubing is, because I learned for the first time. I was like, also, we were going to water ski, and then we ended up water tubing instead. And I said, what is the difference? So obviously one's on a tube, but it's not. It's not like the subway.
So when Brendan, our producer, also my husband, he was like, you girls are going water skiing.
Woo!
I looked at him and I was like,
no, we're not.
No, we're not. We're going tubing. And he was like,
I've got bad knees.
No, but like, I knew that already. I was like, there's no way you're putting this woman on water skiing. Now, we texted you. We're like, we're going to go water skiing. And you were like, yeah, oh my God, amazing. Because she's always down for anything.
Not always, but thanks.
But you did. You texted back and I was like, oh, wow, she's down for that?
Yeah, I would have done it. And I probably would have been fine.
Okay. We would have made sure you're safe. But here's the deal. Like, I knew it wasn't going to happen. I think the specifics of it just rang very like it wasn't going to happen for us that time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, the tubing is such an easy lift. We go to Horseshoe Bay. My in-laws have a boat.
Oh, your sweet in-laws.
And the weather was going to be good. Mm-hmm. So we hoped.
Shout out to Karen and Jay.
Yes, Karen and Jay.
Who were doing all of the
definitely friends of the
heavy
podcast.
lifting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they inflated the
tube?
The tube itself, and
they took the boat out. It was a gorgeous day. You'll see. My God, the water, bath water, warm. Listen, I've been all over the world. I've been in Thailand, Bali, wonderful masses of water, the Indian Ocean, Florida, Bahamas, everywhere. And listen, I'm very important, guys. I'm very well traveled and rich. No, I'm just saying I've been to like a lot of bodies of water that are beautiful, and nothing is truly like Horseshoe Bay, like the water in Horseshoe Bay.
At the end of the summer, yeah. Because it's boating season and it's so warm.
Yeah, I must ask Christy if there were sharks in it for like 100 times. What a baby.
I was like, I did kind of mess with you, which I don't usually do, but I'm learning to do it. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at messing with you and being mean. Thanks.
I know you are not mean though. And like sometimes I'm so dark. I was just telling you that. I was like,
I need to learn how to be, I need to do more. So we're rubbing off on each other in the best and worst ways.
Yeah, like I'll say something really mean to Christy and she'll be like, ah. What up?
What up? You look so good.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful color on you.
Thank you. It's from Say. I got it free from Say. What's that from?
I don't know. Fashion Nova, some fast fashion.
That's fashion. No, never mind. Scratch that. Edit. Just kidding. Keep that in.
We are, what?
Nothing. If you didn't interrupt, you would have heard.
I always interrupt.
Oh, girl. Everybody watching our podcast knows that.
It's bad. It's really bad.
We're about to go tubing.
Tubing! Not these tubes.
I'm terrified.
And not these tubes, but we're gonna go tubing on a inflatable raft. And you've never done it.
I've never done it. Christy has. I guess we're gonna be on it together. Let's do it. Come on, guys. Woo!
Tubing.
Tubing.
Fallopian tubing.
Tubing.
Fallopian tubing.
Tubing. Fallopian tubing. This is it. I'm terrified.
Yeah, why are you terrified? So this is the tube.
So this is the tube.
Blow it up.
This is the tube. Sorry, I'm nervous about you. This is the tube in which we're tubing on. I don't know, I'm scared.
That's okay.
Are there sharks in the water?
There's
I
sharks.
do not like sharks, Christy.
There's sharks in the water.
There's not.
It's a lake. It's a lake. It's impossible.
Don't even tell me what's in there.
We do know there's fish in there, though.
Of course.
Yeah, they eat
None
worms.
that are.
No,
Yeah,
none that
that
give a about anyone.
all of which are smarter than us, is what we mean. Wear life jackets?
No, we don't need to.
You sure?
Yes.
What if you can't swim?
You
would wear it?
would wear it, right? Okay. Have we worn? We do wear it when we're on, right?
Of course. That's stupid not to. I'm wearing a life jacket. I'm wearing a jacket. Christy's nuts. Hi, we're on the boat. The boat. Christy's family's boat. I feel like a tourist in Austin, even though I've been here before.
Mr. J over there.
Jay.
Jay and Karen.
Yes, they're being so nice. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit overcast.
It's not like Texas weather that you would think, right? It's cooler than you would think.
way cooler.
Yeah.
And of course with the breeze. Oh my gosh, I feel like luxury. Somebody pass the champagne. Oh no, we can't drink. Oh no, we're sober.
I've got
Why?
Coca-Cola.
Why God, why today? So how often do you go on this boat?
We go on a lot of major holidays. We come and we try to spend time with our amazing in-laws, and we love coming even when it's just like a long holiday, long weekend, stuff like that.
You let me know when one of these houses go for sale.
So look at what a beautiful lake this is. And you wouldn't think it's man-made at all. I mean, it's so big.
Near, far, wherever you are, I am silent in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Why do we always have to do Titanic on a boat? Do you notice that about millennials?
Yes.
Always, every millennial has to do a Titanic reference. Were you Leo? Because I was definitely being Kate.
I was Leo in that arrangement.
You're always.
I'm always the man in this relationship.
Because you're tall.
But I'm a passive man. I'm never like if we had a relationship, you would definitely be the one that wore the pants, but I would be the one that wore the pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it'd be. Like,
yeah, like she.
You'd be the alpha, but
I'd be like Brendan. I'd be like, Christy, we're going. We're done. Christy, we're done. No, not another worm.
But I would be a guy.
So Christy, let's go.
I would be like the dopey, like
Christy,
guy.
we have a live interview, an Australian live interview in 5 minutes. We do need to leave now.
Okay.
No, I got it. But let me just finish it. I got it though.
It's gonna go so fast.
No, don't tell me
You're
that.
gonna be so scared.
Don't tell me that.
You're gonna be so scared.
Don't.
Dear Lord, please make Christy be nice to me.
Dear Lord, make Anneliese Vanderpool nicer to me because she keeps telling me that I'm a loser. That was a pretty good Irish accent, was it not?
I don't want to call you a loser again, but no.
I love this. You know how people are gonna root for us to fight? It's not happening, people. I'm way too beta.
Or if we do, we're not gonna let them know about it.
We should totally let everybody know.
I don't fight.
I'm not talking anymore.
I don't fight. I'm old-fashioned. I talk smack behind your back, not in front of you. I hate when people say, if you're gonna say something, say it to my face. Don't say it to my face. Get with your other girlfriends, get with your husband, talk all the smack, and then, well, let's work together. Right? I'm sorry.
Well, when are we gonna go tubing, guys? You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because trust me, we can be out here all day because it's a lot of fun, but we're gonna go tubing.
I called her an idiot the other day, like pretty
I didn't even
aggressively. And she was like,
oh. And then I was like, oh, she's a little hurt by that. But then she just kept going.
No, I legit didn't even hear it.
I know. I mean, look how
Probably
much
because you tease me a lot. But I teased her this time around. And I was like, there's jellyfish.
I was so
She was
scared.
like, there's jellyfish. There's jellyfish. And then my in-laws had to be like, no, there's not jellyfish.
Yeah,
She's like, why'd you say that? I was like,
They were so sweet and patient with us, though.
They
right?
were. And he's a really good. So my father-in-law, I don't know, I've mentioned this on the pod before, but he has a shirt that says, we have a boat so that the grandkids visit. Like they really love that boat.
That's a great bumper sticker.
It is, but it's on a shirt too. And he's very sweet, obviously loves us a lot and really does, I think, have so much pride in that boat.
Yeah, as he should.
So he's a very good sea captain.
Yeah, and let me tell you something else. He's also very good looking. That's a full head of hair.
Oh, that is a full head of hair.
That is a thick, full head of hair, right?
It is. And he's in his
He
like
took his
late
hat off and I was like, okay, Mr. J. It rhymes.
And it's real hair.
It's
he
real.
didn't
You
get a
could tell. I know. I was
transplant or
looking at the
anything.
hairline. I was like, that's real hair. Yeah.
Yeah. They're actually a really good looking couple. You know?
Yeah,
like
they seem very, very happy. Brendan
Yeah.
should get a shirt that says like, so Jay's says, I bought this boat so my grandkids will visit. Brendan should get one like, my parents bought a boat instead of spending it on my college education. Or like, my parents bought a boat and I still live in an apartment or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, that's
right? You're
amazing.
like, really? A boat? Really? Okay.
It's so funny. So they're basically semi-retired. They're semi-retired. And so they did that. But they really do love the idea of living in this area. It's I called it Lake Travis. It's not, I was shushed. It's LBJ.
Oh, excuse me. I keep saying, what I'm saying
say
Horseshoe
Lake
Bay. Oh, yes.
No, it
It's
is. No, it
or
is
isn't-
Horseshoe Bay.
But the lake is called
LBJ, Lyndon B.
Yes.
Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson. Who's that?
I know, right? But he's from here and he was a president. And the Horseshoe Bay water is dammed off, which means that, you know, we have droughts all over Texas, but that is such a privileged
Yeah, what
place.
were they saying about?
It's Colorado River, but they've dammed it off so that it doesn't go up and down. So
Right.
anyway, we had a great time. I was really excited to bring you there because we have been there. Now, I was like you, okay? I didn't do a lot of fun, cool, like normal person stuff a lot, being a theater kid.
Excuse me. I was like you. I wasn't cool. I didn't do a lot of fun stuff. Like, what? I did fun stuff when I was little. I told you I went fishing with my mom.
You did.
For fuck's sake.
You did. You
No,
did
I know
do
what
actually. You did do more normal stuff than I did.
Yeah, it sounded like actually
I
when
did weird stuff. We had
You
weird
told me you
childhoods.
like wanted to be a cheerleader, and your mom was like, "No, you're
Yeah.
doing musical theater." Or
Yes,
something. Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
She was just like, you can't because you can't do team sports, and it's like, okay, but you can sacrifice.
Did you have braces?
Yes, I had braces right before you met me. I took. them
Remember
off.
that was like a thing. Like,
Yeah,
like you couldn't have braces if you were auditioning for
but
musical theater.
I did have
Good.
Really?
Your
For
mom cared
musical
about
theater?
you. My mom was like really concerned about my cutting my hair and getting braces that I wouldn't work.
My mom always said we can't hit her in the face because then if we hit her in the face, that's the moneymaker. That's a joke.
Good. like, no, we can't. We can't. That's the moneymaker, but God, do I want to. It's terrible. Like somebody just told you immediately. No.
No, right in the ovaries. And speaking of tubes, we made some funny jokes. We did. We made some fallopian tube jokes
We did.
that were we were really accepted by everybody.
I
at
thought
Horseshoe
so.
Bay. Everyone was very
Very lovely. Very
we
lovely.
misbehave all the time. We're
Well,
very-
what I thought was fascinating is we had that whole lake to ourselves.
No one was
not
there.
One person on that body of
not
water.
a single person. No,
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we owned the place, and we didn't even go that far out. Apparently, you can go. It's huge. You can
it's
go
huge. There's
really
like
far.
cows with farmland that you can like. You can see them from your boat and stuff. It's very cool.
We also realized this about each other. So
Yeah.
we went tubing, right? Very, very exciting.
Fallopian
I was
tubing.
terrified, but Christy and I are good for each other because I was quite terrified before I got on, which is usually what happens. I get pretty nervous. I psych myself out, and then I get on, and I'm totally fine. I realize, oh, we're fine. We're not going to flip. We're fine. Christy, on the other hand, is like, don't be such a pussy. We're going to be fine. Get on the thing. She gets on and is absolutely terrified. Like it's weird. She's like, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And I'm like, oh, we get on. I'm like, oh, she is just as scared as I am. But the fact that it's at different times, I think we can really be there for
Yeah,
each
we
other.
met in the middle and we were there for each other and we had a blast.
We had an absolute blast. So we were on
honestly, I don't think I've ever heard you laugh that much before.
Yeah, I told your, I was going to say parents, but yeah, also your parents. I
Yeah.
told Karen and Jay that my face hurt from smiling. My cheeks were sore and tender from smiling because I was just screaming with joy, as you'll see right now.
I have a feeling that she's scared now, but in a couple minutes, she's going to start to want to go faster and faster and faster.
You're just like my youngest.
Probably.
She's like, no, no, no. And then she's like a party girl at heart. I know it. I know it.
I think so too. We are in our 40s and I don't want to hurt myself. Okay, yes, exactly, right? Not scary, just fun.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the scariest, what are you feeling?
You know, I was like at a 7. I think right now I'm more at a 5. My heart is racing, but just because like, it just feels like we're in the open ocean.
It does, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just so massive. Things that are so much bigger
Yeah.
that you can't see.
Yeah.
They're underneath you.
Yeah, this is a good time. It is. It's good not to overthink. You know, it's funny. I was overthinking this the first time that I went, and then I realized this is one of those things that the more you do it, the more you realize that overthinking isn't helpful. I've been learning this year to overthink less.
Yeah. I'm so scared. Okay, bye. Be gentle with us at first, Jay. Bye. Bye. How's your precious cargo? I will. Oh, I'm scared. Don't let the sharks eat me.
There are jellyfish.
All right, let's go.
Woo! Is it supposed to go back this far?
Yes.
And then this flies up?
Yes.
I don't like that. Is it gonna be okay?
If you want, you can also like, I feel like you can hold on to this and I can hold on to that kind of thing. And sometimes if I get really...
What happens, like, will it ever flip up?
Yeah, if he goes
back?
fast, if he goes in circles and if he goes fast.
Would it ever flip back like this?
It can mostly flip to the side. If it flips to the side. But look, this is all we have to do. This is like what my kids do too, mostly.
Yeah, baby! America!
All right, we're going up. We're going up a little. You ready?
Yeah.
No, what's cool is that there's not any other boats so that there's no wakes for you to have to hit.
Oh my gosh, if somebody was sitting here, would it be down more? Would it be up
I don't
more?
think so. I don't think so. Or if we were heavier, it would be like, but yeah, sitting back's the way to go. That's the way to go.
I love Texas!
Right? We were just freaking out.
Oh man, it was crazy. So then basically what we decided to do was, you know, we were trying to rev it up a little bit and Jay would always say, hey, you've got to do a thumb up, a thumb down, a cut. So he has very specific signals that he made sure that we knew.
I was terrified of flipping, which it actually seems quite hard to flip now that we did it. Because it was like, could you go much faster? I guess the way to flip is going really, really fast and in circles.
Oh yeah, so I basically have flipped, which I think is why I was nervous once I got on there because I didn't know exactly what it would take for me to flip. And when I say I flipped, it was because my brother-in-law.
Now, did you flip or did you just slip off like in this clip right now?
Christy, you're so brave! You gonna come in here? No, I'm scared! I'm ready, Christy! This is not good.
I did slip off.
You slipped off, girl.
I did slip off.
You got a little slip.
But I'm happy that I didn't fall off or flip because when I flipped, the other guy flipped off as well, right? My brother-in-law. And I will tell you this, I was airborne for at least a second. Airborne, up in the air. I'm tall.
I'm sure.
So I was up in the
smack
air.
down belly flop.
No, I went straight down and my little butt will never be the same because my swimsuit went straight up there.
Oh, you told me this. Sorry.
Yes, and it was rough.
Did you have a life jacket on? No.
No, I didn't.
Right.
I
Because
didn't.
Christy
Did
tried to
I?
get on this boat. She tried to get on this boat and this little raft, this little tubing thing without a life jacket.
Wait, maybe I did have a life jacket on, which is why it hurt even more.
Yeah.
Because the resistance.
No, but I was like, I got on and I was like, should we wear life jackets? And Christy's like, I don't think we need life jackets. And I was like,
They're not cool.
We do. And
no,
then
I think they're for
Jay was like, no,
tools.
you need life jackets. It's actually
the law.
a law. And I was like, yeah, I'm wearing a life jacket, you crazy. Because like, truly say you did flip
This
hurt
is-
yourself.
for sure.
And you really can't swim back.
Right,
you
that
know?
was it. If you hurt yourself,
Even
and
if you're the
couldn't-
best swimmer in the world, you
Yeah.
don't know what could possibly happen.
That's true.
And also like say the boat, say you flip and the boat's really, really far away and the boat loses its engine.
Life jackets are for
Actually, guys, life jackets are a really serious thing and you should wear them. And also
Actually, you
please
should
wear your
because
seatbelt.
kids have died when they have slipped off those boats.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
of
they
course.
have. You absolutely should.
Here we go.
Oh, it actually does it less.
Yeah, see, now it's... Do you like it?
I love it.
Oh, she loves it.
I love it. We're not gonna flip, right?
We don't want to flip. No, we won't flip. It actually takes a lot for it to flip. It would have to be really like stormy.
That's why Brendan was like wanting you to do it yourself.
Yes, he was like, you do it yourself. Now see, when you do this, we'll do a little bit of flipping. This is when you flip, is usually if you're going fast and he does this.
Yeah.
Because then you make the wake. I flipped right over here, actually. It was bad.
Like, did it hurt?
Swimsuit went straight up my Wow, it's getting a little bouncy now.
It's really fun.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. He's turning. He's turning. Here we go. You ready? I'm getting a little nervous. I'm the one that's more nervous than you. Now I'm at a 5. Just stay off. Big names too. Our tubes are tied, y'all. Our tubes are tied.
Yeah, I felt really safe and it was absolutely exhilarating. Maybe better than like any roller coaster I've been on. Like,
Oh,
wasn't it
that's
so
cool.
fun?
It was. And
Yeah.
like and again, I trusted the captain of the ship and he just knew exactly how to take the turns.
And so did Karen. She was looking out for
Karen was looking out for us as well. We did this cool thing too where it's like we had to make sure that we had our like microphones on so that they could hear us having a good time. So that was kind of tricky. And then eventually we were like, okay, we're going to go fast, right? What did you think about when we actually went fast?
I was exhilarating. I actually started thinking, is this as fast as we can go? Right? Because I kind of was like, I want a feeling of lifting and flipping. I don't want to flip. I am scared to like be in the water, I guess. Like flipping just sounded scary. Flipping and then just being floating and watching you guys go far away scares me. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's a lot. I think that is probably why I was.
Yeah, I'm just scared of the unknown. I'm scared of the little critters in there.
So water skiing, if we had tried that, I just think that would be wild. Would you want to do that another time?
Maybe. I do worry about my knees, but I would try
Yeah.
it.
I'm worried about
I don't
my
know what
knees.
it's like on the knees. What is
Yeah.
it like? Like,
I
is it
don't
like this?
know. I have literally like I'm not athletic.
Okay.
I never did cool stuff.
Just kidding.
I know I'm not.
I'm only saying that because you can say that about
I can
yourself.
kind of dance, but like when it comes
no, you
to
can dance.
Oh, thank
You
sweetie.
always say like, because you never.
I can
sports
scoot
growing up.
boot. I can boot and scoot.
Yeah.
I can move it. I can flip it and twerk it.
Oh,
I can do the things.
put that thing down, flip it, and reverse
That's
it.
right. I can. So I didn't realize though, remember when he said that we hadn't done some certain things when we were, kids growing up? Boating is like one of those things that people do. Like I had an ex that would go to like Lake Havasu because he grew up in like, I don't know, Southern California or something. And Lake Havasu was like a thing that people did. And I feel like in general, like my husband also went boating and stuff. And like boating is just the thing that people tend to do.
Totally.
Like, even if it's not their boat, they like figure out a way to do it on their senior trip.
Right.
And like, it's like that like normal kids do. It's
Yeah.
like go boating or go to like ski trips and like all those cool things. Like I feel like I didn't get to do those until my 20s. Like so much of life for me and maybe you is like been a little less linear in that regard. So it didn't surprise me when you were like, I haven't ever been tubing before.
Never, yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I never have. But I dated some mountain men. I definitely did this guy from Oregon, and we did a lot of camping, a lot of like Joshua Tree, a lot of.
Do you like camping?
I do. I love it. I love nature. I love camping.
Yeah.
I love cooking out. I love hiking. Yeah, I love being outdoors. I do. And I dated. See, these were all this guy. Now listen, I'm telling you about this guy that I dated from Oregon. Definite like.
Was he the one that called you Anneliese Vanders?
Yes.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
I don't even know anything about this guy. Do I? I don't think you mentioned it.
And I would keep it that way.
That's
but
all right.
definitely like controlling and all these other things. But he introduced me to some really great things too. I learned not to be with somebody controlling ever again.
Right.
Not to be gaslit, not to be. I love that Hannah Berner always asks people if they know what that means.
Does she?
Yeah, because people misuse the term
Gaslit.
Yeah.
What does being gaslit actually mean?
What is good? Yeah, exactly. People think they know, but
I wonder how Hannah comes up with her things.
Yeah, they're really good.
I can't stop. My cheeks hurt from smiling. Aw, that's amazing.
Now, the decision is,
I'm gonna pull into you.
do we? No, you're gonna pull into me. What's happening right now?
It's okay. It's okay. You keep giving me slack.
The question is, do you want to go crazy, take our microphones off, and just go wild and have everyone watch it?
Absolutely. I'm a goddamn daredevil. I've changed my mind.
Yes! Okay, I love America!
We did it.
You did it. I'm very proud of you.
I'm proud of you. We realized that we're really good for each other because I get nervous before I go in and then I get over it after I go in. But Christy is so brave before and then she gets in and she goes, I'm actually a little terrified of this. I'm like, it's good that we're brave at opposite times. But that was exhilarating. I think that was my most fun thing we've done so far.
Really?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm addicted. I'm a converter and I just love the Texas. What lake are we at again? Sorry.
Horseshoe Bay, Lake Travis.
Lake LBJ.
Oh, LBJ. Don't take my Texas card away. We're in Lake LBJ.
Wow.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
But this is a wonderful lake. Thank you for the hospitality from my in-laws. We love you guys.
It is so fun bumping up and down. And I got to be honest, the older I get, the more worried I get about my body. And it just wasn't hard on the body at all.
No.
Wait till tomorrow, right? Oh, really? Okay. Okay, I didn't like your tone, Karen. Yeah. I think she's, okay. Oh, no. Oh, really? Oh, how funny. Worth it. Worth it.
We had a good crew on our nautical vessel. Thank you to Captain Che.
Thank you to Captain Che. Thank you to Captain Karen, or co-captain.
Co-captain Karen.
Yes, and thanks to Brendan for the great idea. That was so fun.
All right, thanks, guys.
So we were on their boat. We were on our little raft, as I like to call it. It's just weird that it's called a tube because it's not like a donut. It's not a tube.
It's not a tube.
It was actually a 3-seater. We were on both sides to keep the balance of it. Really, really fun. Christy flew out. She got wet. We kind of swam in the lake. It was a lovely, beautiful day. We got back on the boat. And then we started doing some content, which was really fun. Some silly, stupid content.
We realized that we really like hanging, but we also really like making funny content too. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, especially when like the moment inspires you,
because I've been doing content for way too long, but then you started making content and we've talked about you doing content and we've talked about it in the past, but girl, these people come for you with this NDA stuff. We need to be.
Oh my God, but it's so funny that you made fun of it. So what was that TikTok? So basically
there was this how people talk about Regina George and how Lindsay Lohan character hates Regina George, but then all she talks about is Regina George.
Mm-hmm.
And that was me saying it's you talking about this quote unquote NDA.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to stop talking about the NDA. But it's a joke because
it's a play on a play on a play.
Can we just be very clear?
There's no NDA. I've never signed an NDA, nor will I ever sign an NDA. That's the stupidest thing in the world. There's no NDA. It was a joke.
It was a bit.
A bit.
A bit is a joke. A joke is not real.
Now, does that mean I don't have tea to spill? No, it doesn't.
Oh, no. Why'd you do that? You just started over again. I was trying to squash it.
There's loads of tea,
but
none of them involves an NDA.
Okay. Did you hear it first? Did you hear it last? It was a bit. So I really did think it was fun for us to kind of lean into that. I
know.
do. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, and I think it did well because everybody. But like people want there to be an NDA so badly,
What
you
the
know?
fuck even is? I mean, like,
What is an
nobody
NDA?
even talked about it.
Narcotics, narcotics,
non-disclosure
Drugs Anonymous.
agreement. Yes, all of those things. Non-disclosure agreement, narcotic drugs anonymous.
Oh, how funny. Non-disclosure, that makes sense. NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
Like what?
You
Like
don't
what would
disclose.
I sign? Also, if I had an NDA, like you would already know what the problems were, right? Like if I had an NDA, you already are assuming I needed one for something,
Dude,
right?
you already opened up about like everything. Like literally you've said everything that you would even need to say.
Well,
You know
there's
what
a
I
few
mean?
more things.
And I don't even know what those are. All I know is that what you've said is authentically true, and like that be that, y'all. So anyway, I just think it's funny. It's a bit, and we
Just call me Authentic Anneliese. You know what I mean?
Authentalisa.
Authentalisa.
So Sex in the City. By the way, we've decided that you're a Miranda.
We decided. Yes, I'm a realist. Miranda gave it to you straight.
And
I'm not gay. I'm not a lesbian, but every other way, I'm a redhead and I'm Miranda.
Miranda, I think I'm a Charlotte.
You wish. You wish. You wish. You're
Oh my God, who am I?
Samantha.
Thank you so
Samantha and a little bit of Carrie.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I'm Miranda and a little bit of Carrie.
Oh my God. I think all women, this is the best part about the show and why it's so sad that like the reboot just sucks, is that it's so iconic. All those women were literally embodiments of femininity, like the spectrum of femininity. So like you could identify with one of those women at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, it's almost like if you blinked and it was like Fight Club, like they weren't ever there. Like she was talking to herself the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just really loved that show for us growing up. I think we were really lucky because if you think about like us growing up.
You know what's crazy too?
Yeah.
They're basically our age now.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you know what I mean?
They were 40 then?
Oh, I mean, they're like 30. They're like towards the end of the show closing, like season 4, she has a birthday and she's 34. Sorry, she's 35. She's her 35th birthday. Then they do 2 more seasons. So I think they were about 40 when they finished doing it. Then they did the movies.
I mean, in real life,
they did the movies at 40.
Yeah,
and then they did the movies at 45, and now they're back with them just like that at 50. 55.
Wait, the movie where they're going to Sahara Desert or whatever, they're 45?
At least.
Oh, but in real life, those women are
now
not.
they're like 55.
Okay.
And I think Kim Cattrall is 60.
Ugh, love her.
Yeah, but it's just so funny because we like wanted to look up to them. And I'm like, now I'm that age. Now I'm 39. Like sometimes I watch an episode of her being like, oh God, I'm 35. And I'm like, and?
You're like, get it together.
I know, girl, you're all right. She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm lonely. It's the loneliness is palpable.
Oh. We just found
Time
out
flies.
our producer, also known as my husband, is Kim Cattrall is 68 years old in 2024.
And wow, she looks great. And the other ones are.
She does look great.
How old is Sarah Jessica Parker? 58? 59. She's almost 60. Wow. Time flies.
Guys, I can't.
But yeah, my point is that was about 20 years ago. They were in their 40s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, and we were like in our 20s being like, oh, I want that life.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. It taught me so many things. I told you the other day, it saved my life.
What it did?
Yeah, that episode of Miranda choking. She's choking. There's an episode of Miranda. She's in her kitchen. She chokes and she's like slams her body, her diaphragm on the kitchen counter. And that happened to me once. I was choking on an onion ring. I had about half of it down and half of it out. And I was like deciding, should I swallow it? And I couldn't swallow it. Then I started like coughing it out when I was home alone.
Did you try taking it out with your finger and just like ripping it out?
Absolutely.
Or you couldn't reach
I could not get it out.
Oh, Jesus.
And a lot of
Christ.
choking things happen because you're actually freaking out. You're actually, you psych yourself out that you're going to die. And so you're breathing heavier and quicker.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
It's less about the construction.
Like you should just be like breathing through your nose, maybe?
Yeah. And
we should not be giving
I'm
help.
sure I would have figured it out, but I was freaking out. I couldn't breathe. You know what I mean? Maybe I would have ran over to a neighbor's, but the first thing that came to mind was Miranda in this thing, and it worked.
I love that. I love that I was a Samantha. Thank you so much. That is a huge compliment for me.
Yeah, you are a Samantha mixed with a little bit of, but Charlotte, hell, why did you even say that?
Because I love a theme.
Yeah,
because I love a theme.
I mean, no, it's rare that people say that that's Charlotte. She's the one I'd least want to be.
Yeah, I know. I do love her, though. I really do love Charlotte. She's like, you can't, they don't marry Mrs. Up the Butt.
I know. I love that Carrie dedicates her book to her.
Does she really?
And I'd like to dedicate my book to my friend Charlotte, who always believes in love.
You want to hear something crazy? So I had an ex that was like basically a professional, like red carpet person. So like he was a loser, but like he basically would go on red carpets. And I remember that the the day like our first date happened, he was like, I was supposed to go down the carpet with Penelope Cruz tonight, but I decided to be here with you. And I was like, cool. And I just always registered that as like, oh wow, he thinks like he's doing me a favor or something. And so I remember he had told me that he had gone on a date with the woman who played Charlotte. What's her name?
Kristen Davis.
Yes. I remember he said, I went on a date with Kristen Davis. And
She's sober.
Obviously, well, this was back in the day.
Oh.
I was 20 when I dated this guy. And so I just think it's so funny just how guys suck in their 20s. Like you can't date guys in their 20s. They suck.
Yeah, as they should. We kind of sucked in our 20s too.
Yeah, but
sucked a lot.
I wonder if we sucked or if they sucked more. Like maybe
men always suck and they're always behind us. I mean, sorry. I just
sometimes I'll listen to podcasts with young girls and they have the most interesting perspectives on guys. Like
really?
I don't think
and is it different from when we were young?
Yeah, it is.
Like in a better way. Like
yeah, and I think this is an interesting conversation because like you and I are talking about how we were our sexuality and our like I mean, all of this came from the concept of water sports, by the way. So I know we're super off topic. But when you talk about water sports and you're a millennial female or male, I guess, you who watch Sex and the City, you remember that episode. And so when you think about like, you know, how they raised us in some ways. Now, we technically raised certain people for certain ways, but we didn't raise them sexually in any way, shape, or form. Maybe some people had crushes on us and stuff. But we didn't like say like what Miranda was saying and all those things.
No.
They like literally taught us about sex. It was like reading Cosmo.
Yeah.
But like watching the episode.
Yeah, and kids are having sex earlier now or something?
I think they're not. I think they're having sex later because they're on their phones from what I read.
Oh, of course. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Great.
I know, but they're also
less STDs. Great.
But then when you hear these girls, okay, and like all those like women, they're beautiful women. They've been in LA forever. And so they've slept with like everybody. And they're cool talking about it. I'm not like slut shaming them in any way. But it's just wild. I think back on when we were in our 20s. Thank God we didn't have a podcast in our 20s.
Oh, because of what we would have said.
Yeah. We wouldn't have freely talked about it like that. But
yeah, like sometimes when I think about Lindsay Lohan and like going through all that publicly, I'm like, thank God I went through all that private. I mean, I didn't even get a mugshot when I got my DUI. Like, thank God.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it would have been even worse or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really putting it out there these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
should we do a big name story?
Let's do a big name story. Let's do it. Okay, so my wife thinks that I may be a jerk, but I think I was justified. So we're at a water park for a family vacation, and this park has a limited number of tubes for use in the lazy river and slides. It's got a limited number, huh? It seems obvious that since there are so many people waiting for tubes, that when you are not in the water, you should leave the tube for someone else. Well, you would be wrong in that thought. A good percentage of tubes are hoarded on dry land and then not in use. I was tired of waiting, so I went and took a tube from a chair. And I started walking back, but then was confronted by a shrieking woman that she was going to use that again later. And my response was that she could wait for a tube like everyone else. And then I left to enjoy some slow-moving water with my kids.
I like this guy.
Zero.
I mean, wait, I don't even understand why he's writing in. What?
Zero.
Wait, what? Sorry. I swear I was listening. So he was at this park. There was a bunch of tubes. Basically, you wait in line to get your tube and then you go down the slide, but he happened to find one just sitting on a chair.
I think like once you get a tube, you keep the tube while it's in use, right? Okay, so I literally just went to this place over the last holiday weekend and had a blast with my family, and there was tubes there. There was a lazy river, and you got to sit in the lazy river all day long, but there was a lot of tubes that were empty, so you would walk in and you wouldn't be on a tube, and you would take the tube and you would use it. Now, it is a little frantic in there, you know? Like, once you're at a water park, you're looking around, you're like, my kids, they need a tube. Oh my God. Or
it's stressful.
Water parks are stressful.
All of those kids' activities are stressful.
Oh,
like
so
all of
stressful.
this, when there's a big group of people.
And there's water.
Yeah.
And like your kid could drown, hit their head. You know, there's all the things that happen. So basically you get really kind of frantic and you're like, oh my God, I need a tube. So this guy's looking for a tube. He's looking for a tube himself. He's trying to enjoy his day. You know what I appreciate about this guy? I don't think he was afraid of confrontation.
Oh yeah, the brave. Yes. He's like, you can get your own tube. I'm like, whoa. I'd be like,
was he a New Yorker? Like, that was such a New Yorker thing to do.
I know, right? And it's also like, what did he say exactly? He probably didn't say God.
He said, you can get in line for a tube like everybody else.
Yes. like, wow, I wish
You
I
didn't
could
break
do that.
any laws.
I wish I wasn't scared of confrontation.
You're
wish I
scared
could-
of confrontation?
Yes.
But you're so
I'm
authentic.
honest,
Yeah.
but I'm like, it's scary being like, I don't like this or I do like that.
you have a problem with speaking up for yourself.
I guess, or I could never say that to somebody. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I could never say. I could do a lot of like what Ellen does, like talk behind their back or be like, or be like, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
not to them. No,
Yeah.
unless I saw a really bad like wrongdoing. Like one time I was at the grocery store with my mom and we were waiting in line and she forgot something, so she went to get it. And when she came back, the person behind me was in front of me, so she knew that this adult, took advantage of a young child, and she went really nuts on the person. And it was like. It was uncomfortable. I wanted her to just not say anything because I didn't want this weird confrontation in the middle. It was embarrassing in the middle of a grocery store, you know. I admired it, you know, because it was a wrong. I think I could help somebody more than I would help myself. Like, I think I would do that for my child, but
you would
maybe
advocate for somebody
less than myself.
than
I'm
yourself.
like, you can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
The injustice of it.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite similar. I'm quite similar.
Yeah. Maybe.
And sometimes I actually am too passive. As you know, sometimes I can be too passive.
Yeah.
I'm also like tired. I'm in my head. I'm not present a lot of times. I need to meditate more. But
Hard.
yeah. And so I kind of just like things will happen to me and then I get really angry and my husband has to deal with that because then he's like, why did you just say something? So I'm like, those are things we all have to work on, right? Is how to deal with confrontation.
Like, how are you in the car? Like, do you have road rage? Like, if somebody flipped you off, would you flip them off?
I used to be super crazy road rage when I lived in California and I did the craziest stuff, man. Like I would go up to a car or if a car kind of like did some stupid stuff, like if it was trailing me or something like way too close, I would actually jam on my brakes to see if they would like.
Whoa. And then you'd sue them later for
No,
insurance?
I never sued them. I just did it where I sped up a little bit and then I jammed on my brakes.
You're laughing with them.
I was just, but you don't do that. Like,
One
you know, like
time-
you couldn't do that if you were in the car
No.
with a kid or something like that.
No.
But if they had a kid in the car, like
Yeah.
you can't do that. So you just, yeah.
Somebody's got to be the same one. I don't believe that two wrongs make a right. I really don't. And it's like one time I was actually on the road on the freeway and a guy was being crazy. He was like looking at us driving. I was with my sister and I flipped him off and he almost killed us. He ran us into the center divider.
Jesus Christ.
The whole sideswiped my car, pushed us with his truck into the center divider. So this side of the car got scraped and this side of the car. Like my car was totaled. It looked horrible.
Oh my God.
I was in a Honda Civic and my sister, Rachel and I, we almost died. It was horrible. I'll never, ever, ever, ever flip anybody off ever again. I learned my lesson.
So see confrontation and moderation, everything in moderation.
Including moderation.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys for listening to our Too Big Adventure. We hope you enjoyed it.
That was fun. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching on the tube. That's old talk, old speak for television.
YouTube.